Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. Something ancient and dangerous stirred beneath the Utah desert. For months, Duane Ollinger and his crew had dug deeper into the enigmas hidden beneath Blind Frog Ranch, but nothing prepared them for what they found in the cavern system beneath the northern end of the property. What began as a promising excavation quickly turned into a life-threatening ordeal, halting the hunt for rumored Aztec gold and casting a dark shadow over the entire operation. The cavern below the discovery came in late spring. A previously sealed-off fissure, uncovered after a minor quake shifted the rock, opened just enough for the team to squeeze through. Beyond lay a cavern unlike anything they'd seen on the property before. Smooth walls bore marks, not of water erosion, but of intentional carving. Symbols, half buried under sediment, hinted at ancient craftsmanship. Whatever culture had once occupied this space had gone to great lengths to hide it. Geologist Eric Drummond theorized the cavern might be part of a more extensive subterranean complex, one possibly linked to the Aztec migration legends that had long been associated with the land. As the team pressed deeper, the air grew colder, the walls damper, and an uneasy stillness began to settle in. But it wasn't just the ancient architecture or strange symbols that unnerved the team. It was the smell, a subtle, metallic tang that crept into the back of their throats, unnoticed at first, then impossible to ignore. The first signs. Days into exploring the cavern, team member Charlie Snyder collapsed without warning. Moments before, he had complained of dizziness, but no one thought much of it. Within seconds, he was on the ground, convulsing. Emergency medics were rushed in, and the team evacuated. Tests on Snyder revealed exposure to a concentrated form of hydrogen sulfide, a toxic gas that in high enough quantities can kill within minutes. What baffled the team was that their oxygen sensors, standard on any deep dig operation, had shown normal levels until the moment of collapse. Further inspection revealed that the gas didn't leak constantly. Instead, it surged in pulses, possibly released from pressure pockets trapped for centuries. The cave, it seemed, was alive in its own quiet way, exhaling poison when disturbed. The legend grows. Darker theories flew like desert dust. Locals spoke of a curse, whispers that the treasure was never meant to be unearthed. Some even suggested the gas was a trap, placed deliberately by ancient guardians. Science, of course, offered a more grounded explanation. Deep underground, trapped organics can decay anaerobically, producing hydrogen sulfide. Combined with heat and seismic activity, it was plausible the gas was building pressure in closed-off chambers, now leaking through new pathways opened by the team's digging. Yet something about the regularity of the pulses, the oddly geometric layout of the tunnels, and the carefully stacked stone walls didn't sit right. Never one to spook easily, stood by a guiding principle. Where there's danger, there's usually value. But even he had to admit, the gas wasn't just a hazard. It was a barrier, and one that might not be entirely natural. Forced to retreat, the decision to suspend exploration didn't come lightly. With tens of thousands of dollars already invested and tantalizing clues within reach, including what appeared to be a gold-plated ceremonial object half buried in the cave floor, abandoning the site felt like surrendering just inches from the finish line. But when a second team member began experiencing breathing difficulties after a brief scouting mission, the writing was on the wall. The cavern was off-limits until proper ventilation could be installed, an engineering feat that could take months and require permits, equipment, and personnel the team didn't have on hand. In the meantime, the site was sealed. A glimpse into the depths, before retreating fully, cameras were lowered into one of the deeper shafts of the cavern. The footage revealed something astonishing. Steps carved into the rock, leading down in a spiral. At the bottom, The glint of something metallic caught the lens just before the feed cut out. Whether it was treasure, ceremonial weaponry, or simply mineral buildup reflecting light was unclear. But the footage added a new layer to the mystery. Clearly, someone had built these steps and deliberately buried them beneath layers of stone and time. The implication was clear. Whatever lay at the bottom was meant to be hidden and protected. Theories multiplied spread about the gas discovery, so did speculation. Ancient booby traps, volcanic vents, rogue chemicals, and even secret military experiments. Every possible explanation found its audience. One intriguing hypothesis tied the cavern to Spanish conquistadors who, according to old journals, chased indigenous peoples northward a trove of gold. Some of these journals mentioned mines that had to be abandoned due to foul air. Could this be one of them? Another theory suggested the cavern wasn't natural at all, but a collapsed ceremonial chamber built by an ancient pre-Aztec civilization. The symbols found resembled Mesoamerican motifs, but with notable differences that might indicate an entirely undocumented culture. Either way, the poison gas wasn't just a threat. It was a gatekeeper. Next steps, though, temporarily forced to retreat, the team isn't giving up. Plans are underway to bring in a specialized crew equipped to handle high-risk cave systems. This includes remote drones capable of deeper penetration, air quality mapping devices, and robotic arms that can recover small artifacts without endangering human life. Dwayne has already secured additional funding, spurred in part by media attention and a growing online following fascinated by the unfolding mystery. The setback, if anything, has increased the allure of the ranch. In the interim, the team is shifting focus to other leads on the property, including the infamous Box Canyon and a shaft discovered last winter that shows signs of pre-modern mining activity. But the cavern remains the ultimate prize, the one place that could change everything. The cost of curiosity as the summer heat blankets the Uinta Basin, the entrance to the cavern sits sealed beneath a slab of reinforced steel. Visitors and locals alike pass by the site, often pausing to glance toward it with mixed awe and unease. What lies beyond that slab may be treasure. It may be death. Perhaps both. For now, the mystery at Blind Frog Ranch depends not with discovery, but with silence. A silence punctuated by the faint hiss of escaping gas and the echo of a question no one yet dares to answer. Was this cavern simply hidden? Or was it buried for a reason? An unnatural silence cloaked the Utah desert as dawn filtered through the dust-choked air above Blind Frog Ranch. Beneath the rugged terrain, deep in the earth where sunlight had never touched, a hidden cavern had been uncovered. Ancient, hostile, and waiting. The excavation team, driven by legends of buried Aztec gold and centuries-old secrets, had been working around the clock. After months of drilling, scanning, and deciphering odd subterranean formations, they had broken through a collapsed rock barrier. Behind it stretched a vast chamber, cool, damp, and suffused with a heavy, coppery tang that clung to skin and gear alike. Maps detailed the space. No records hinted at its presence. The cavern's walls curved unnaturally smooth in places, interrupted by jagged veins of quartz and mineral deposits resembling melted metal. Symbols, etched into the stone in rhythmic patterns, peeked from under centuries of sediment and crystallization. The air carried the weight of things buried for too long. The deeper the crew went, the stranger the space became. Side passages branched into narrow tunnels that twisted like roots. Overhead, pockets of moisture dripped in rhythmic taps, echoing through the otherwise silent void. The earth here felt different, as if the walls themselves had memory. At first, exploration moved slowly, each step measured and catalogued, each formation photographed. Then the gas struck. Initial symptoms had gone unnoticed. A sudden wave of nausea from one crew member. A lingering headache in another. By the fourth descent, one team member collapsed, convulsing on the cavern floor, eyes rolling, breath shallow. He was pulled out within minutes, his vitals fluctuating wildly. The on-site medical team suspected exposure to a neurotoxin or airborne contaminant. Subsequent analysis confirmed hydrogen sulfide, an invisible, deadly gas, present in the air at fluctuating levels. Sensors had failed to register it. The gas emerged irregularly, as though reacting to movement or vibration. After the collapse, exploration halted. The cave mouth was sealed. No one entered again that day. In the days that followed, the site transformed. The equipment yard, once buzzing with activity, grew tense and silent. Rumors spread fast. Some blamed natural decay, deep organic material breaking down in sealed chambers. Others suspected more deliberate design. The theory of ancient booby traps, once dismissed as fantasy, resurfaced. Strange pressure shifts and occasional hisses from beneath the earth added weight to the idea. Whatever lay below was protected, not just by stone, but by death.